U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo says the White House is considering banning the popular social media app TikTok. In an interview with Fox News, Pompeo warned people not to download the app due to privacy risks. He says personal information could end up in the hands of the Chinese government. The app is owned by Beijing-based company ByteDance, who claims their data centers are located outside of China and not subject to the country's laws. For more, I'm joined by cybersecurity and tech expert Ritesh Kotak. Ritesh, this is one of the most, if not the most popular app for the under 25 set. So do you think Pompeo's threat is going to resonate at all?
Maybe. Here's the thing: is that it kind of goes in two ways. The first thing is there's the threat, and then the second is backed up with action. So we're starting to see a crackdown on Chinese technology in general. So forget TikTok, but we see this with Huawei and the 5G deployment. So they're not able to build the infrastructure for 5G in the United States and also within other Five Eyes nations. So again, it might just be a threat, but I think that there's actually some substance here.
What are the concerns with TikTok?
The concerns with TikTok is the fact that it is headquartered in Beijing. Now, because it's headquartered in Beijing, the issue here is that the Chinese government at any time can say, TikTok, we want this certain information, that information being user information, location information, content information, contact information, all the things that users give up when they sign up for the platform. So if Beijing has that, then there could be essentially spying and intelligence gathering on citizens globally, but also the ability to infringe on one's privacy. So that's a huge concern with it being headquartered in China.
How is TikTok, though, different from, say, Zoom, which everybody and their dog also seems to be using? And that is a Chinese-based company, is it not?
Yeah, so it's affiliated, there's affiliations with China, but the thing with TikTok is that TikTok has worked very hard to, even though that they're Chinese, to kind of differentiate themselves. So they've recruited CEOs and executives from the West. They claim that none of their data is actually stored in China, and they've worked very hard to brand themselves as not a Chinese company. We're also seeing the recent move in Hong Kong, for example, where TikTok is saying we're going to pull out of China because of the national security laws that were passed, because we don't want to give up this information to the Chinese government. So that they've been vocal about it, they've been upfront, and it's a differentiator between other Chinese-based companies.
And so, again, TikTok is so addictive for the young people right now. I have two teenage daughters, and this is all they do. As a parent, what should I be concerned about?
So I think it's not just TikTok, but social media in general. And if we're going to be using any type of apps where, again, remember, there's no such thing as delete in the online world, is just know that when you're putting information out there, it is going to be permanent. So be careful what you share, the apps that you download, ensure that you have proper privacy enabled. So, disable your location if it doesn't need your location. Make sure it doesn't get access to your address book. There are certain things that you could do to protect yourself. And as a parent, where possible, monitor the social media activity because of its permanence, the fact that it's global, it's instant, and there's no such thing as delete in the cyber world.
Right. Do you have TikTok app on your phone, Ritesh?
I do not.
You do not. Okay, good to know. Cybersecurity and tech expert Ritesh Kotak joining me today. Thank you as always.